Do you guys realize we are exactly 2 months away from the NFL regular season opener, that little game, a rematch between the Broncos and the Panthers in Denver? Yep, 2 months to go. But listen, the focus is still on baseball. I've always maintained this is the time that you have to build your football bankroll. It's the easiest sport to win money in. It's the sport I've always made money in. And the bottom line is this: a lot of handicappers in this business, a lot of gamblers, they disappear long before the NBA playoffs even start. Yeah, a lot of guys right after March Madness, they're gone. They hang up that shingle, hey, gone for fishing, and that's it. They take off the rest of the summer because, they worked 5-6 hard months. Yeah, right. Like they were digging ditches instead of worrying about making people money and making themselves money. A lot of gamblers take off as well after March Madness. Some will stay around for the NBA playoffs, but, they totally ignore baseball. I just don't get it. Okay, I acknowledge the fact that truly it's the dog days of summer because baseball is just one of those things, you got to plug away for 6 straight months. But isn't it worth it to make some easy money to build your bankroll? Plus, the beautiful thing about baseball, why I've always found that it's the easiest sport to bet and the most profitable, period, doing so for me long before I became a handicapper, is that it gives you a rhythm. It allows you, because of the 3 and the 4 game series, because the team's playing at least 6 times a week, it allows you to focus on teams for their negative and their positive runs. And the same thing with the starting pitchers as well. That rhythm allows you to really get your finger on the pulse of certain teams. You don't find that in any other sport. Not the NBA, where maybe, okay, you might play 4 games a week. Maybe you'll play 3 games in 4 nights, but the travel has to be factored in. You're playing a different opponent every night. No, that's the beautiful thing about baseball. You've got these 3 and 4 game series. You've got these 7 and 10 game homestands or road trips. And that's how you're able to find the patterns that can make you money. Yesterday, I snapped a small 3 game losing streak with a 15-time best bet run line winner on the Miami Marlins, as Jose Fernandez continued his dominance at home. Here on the video report, I hit 2 out of 3 complimentary plays. Toronto on the run line. The Phillies as a nice road dog against Colorado. Lost the run line play with the Rangers, but hey, you know what I've done with the complimentary plays over the past year, and I've always done with them. And to hit 3 out of 4 selections overall, premium play and free selections combined on Friday, I can live with that. With that being said, let's get to your Saturday card. The first free play, I'm going to go with the Boston Red Sox on the run line at home. Laying the 1.5 runs against Tampa, it reduces your price to Boston plus 100 or Boston plus $1.05. It's a matchup between Rick Porcello and Matt Moore. Who would have guessed that the staff ace of the Boston Red Sox is not David Price, but is instead Rick Porcello? This is a guy who was absolutely dreadful last year in his debut season for the Sox, going 9-15 with an earned run average of 4.92. But this is a guy that I used to bet regularly when he used to be a member of the Tigers rotation. A good, solid number 3 starter. But in Boston, he might as well be number 1, considering how David Price struggled and nobody else has stepped up. Bottom line is this. Home starts this season. He is 7-0 with a 3.60 earned run average. That's in 8 starts. The Red Sox have won every single one of those 8 games, okay? And on the year, he's 10-2 with a 3.82 earned run average. Again, this guy went 9-15 a year ago. Taking the numbers a little further, and what makes him an attractive run line play today is this. The Red Sox have averaged 6.6 runs in his starting assignments this year. You can live with that, especially when you're playing him on the run line. Now, the Red Sox won last night 6-5. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. They've scored 39 runs in the 4 wins. On the other hand, Tampa has lost 4 in a row, 20 of 23, and 8 straight on the road. You find me any positive numbers in there, God bless you. Matt Moore is going for the Rays. He did win his last 2 starts. They were both at home. And 2 starts ago at home, June 29th to be specific, he totally stymied the Red Sox offense. Held them to, I think it was 3 hits and no runs and 7 innings of shutout ball. But again, those starts were both at Tropicana Field in Tampa, or actually in St. Petersburg. In 5 home starts this season, he has a 2.43 earned run average, but he is just another one of those pitchers. When you look at his home and road splits, total difference in the numbers. Again, 2.43 earned run average at home this season. He is 0-3 in 6 road starts. His earned run average in them is 6.43, and the Rays have lost every single one of them. So that's why I'm going to ride the Red Sox in this particular game with Porcello on the run line. I'm also going to take a shot here with Miami. I used them last night on the run line, and I'm going to come back with the Marlins again on the run line today. You know, Miami was lucky. Listen, they squeezed out a 3-1 win on the run line last night. They simply do not support Jose Fernandez with a lot of runs. Not the case with Adam Connolly. They generally give him some support. And the reason that I want to come back with the Miami Marlins again today is actually twofold, and it happens to do with everything with your starting pitchers. You know, Connolly has not been exceptional. He hasn't even been good on the road this year. But he impressed me with that outing last Sunday night, the game they played at the temporary stadium in Fort Bragg in North Carolina against the Atlanta Braves. 6 innings of shutout ball in which he allowed only 4 hits. Now he's back home. His last 3 home starts against the Braves, the Rockies, and the Pirates. 19.2 total innings pitched. 7 hits, 1 run allowed. Now, John Lamb going for Cincinnati. His last start came against Washington last Sunday. It was a disaster. 4 1/3 innings, gave up 8 hits and 8 runs. He's now 1-3 in 5 road starts, and his earned run average in those 5 road starts, an astronomical 8.51. Reds 14-30 on the road. Meanwhile, the Marlins, courtesy of last night's 3-1 win, have now won 9 of their last 12 at home. So I'm going to take the Marlins and the Red Sox, 2 home teams on the run line today, and that'll do it for today's card. I wish you well. Talk to you again on Sunday when we do this one more time.